The festival obviously gets funded from different places. This is the first year we've gone to the Arts Council. And it's, I don't know if you've ever filled out an Arts Council application, very complicated, very long, and I'd done one previously and I think we was trying to like knock it off, oh yeah, whatever, I'll type anything. Unsurprisingly, I didn't get any money from them, so it took about 6 months to get this application together, but I kind of did it properly. Got to get out there and speak to people. I spoke to somebody from the Arts Council, it was really helpful. The Wakefield Council, met with them, they helped me go through it, because that's not the kind of writing that I can do. It's like, I'm a zine writer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's not my speciality. So it took a long time, but then we put it in, and it then takes six weeks to process, which 6 weeks is the 9th of April, and today is what, the 24th of March, so pretty close to finding out one way or the other. And it's kind of essential really, it's quite a large sum of money. If we get it, then we can do everything that we want to do. If we don't, I should have thought about what happens if we don't get it, but I've just kind of put it off and just thought, we'll get it, it'll be fine.
How are you going to use that money if you do get it? Well, what you can tell us so far.
We're doing a lot of stuff on a Sunday this year, which is like Long Division. It's always been about the Saturday really, just like 12 hours of music, loads of stuff happening. The other day's a bit quiet, so the Sunday it's enabling us to do things like the pop-up cinema, help them with their costs, discussion panels, getting people to like travel from around the country to come to Wakefield and talk about whatever, like, you know, indie record shops, what's the kind of future with them, stuff like that. So it's kind of stuff that doesn't have, you know, you're not going to make money out of, but it's actually really important because that stuff doesn't happen in Wakefield. You don't get people, industry people coming to Wakefield to say you need to do X, Y and Z if you want to be taken seriously as an artist. So it's kind of stuff like that. So like, if that stuff doesn't happen, Long Division can still go ahead as a music thing, but we're really trying to expand it and make it kind of more of a community thing really, more of a useful thing as well as being entertaining. So that's the angle that we've pushed with the Arts Council. They're loving all that. So despite that, it's still, I think only about 40% get any funding that send in applications. So
how many applied? Do you know, like?
I don't know. I don't know that. They just when I got my letter back saying I've received the application, between October and December, 40% of people got their funding. So it's like, obviously against you, but because I've worked on it for 6 months, pretty confident. Touch wood. We'll see how it goes. I think Wakefield, you've got to look below the surface to see all this stuff. I mean, I was always proud to be from Wakefield, but I guess if I'd thought about it, I might have struggled to know why. I mean, there's this whole part in Wakefield, there's the centre part of the city centre, which is the part I always think of where all the clubs and the bars are. And I think when people come to Wakefield, when I've had people visiting from like uni friends or whatever, I reckon that was kind of the lasting memory really, just people just smashed out of their heads and just police vans, and that was kind of it really. But there was all, even geographically, that was the centre, but on the outside there was like the sculpture park and there was cool things around, like even out into the 5 towns. But in my mind it always like went back to that, and it was like there's got to be an alternative to that, you know. I mean, that was just my point of view. There's been loads of cool stuff happening in Wakefield. Way back into the 90s with all the kind of, you know, post-hardcore punk stuff. There's always been a DIY thing, so that is my perspective. But now it's just a bit more, there's a bit more evidence of it on the street, you know. You're just walking around town, you spot the cool things, they're not hidden anymore, which is good. So my connection with Wakefield, I guess, I've always lived here for a start, and then I was in bands and stuff, but it was like when I took over Rhubarb Bomb fanzine, that I started to kind of delve a bit deeper into what was kind of going on. And Rhubarb Bomb was formed in 2007. It's about 5 years. In the last couple of years, there's been a real change in, well, it's been a steady change, but like there's lots of little arts groups. There's like Rhubarb Bomb, and there's philophobia music, but there's places like the Art House. Lots of kind of art studios, even like Wakefield Theatre. The Headwolf popped up, obviously. And there was kind of this feeling that there was lots of people doing really cool stuff, but slightly separated. And there's been a real change in attitude to kind of, well, let's start working together, let's support each other's kind of, you know, enterprises, really. There's Wakefield first literature festival. I never thought Wakefield would have a literature festival, but it did last year, which was wicked. That was down at the Orangery. And then it was nice they asked me to do a little talk about zines, because their whole thing was like, what is literature? It's not just Shakespeare, it's, you know, it's all kinds of stuff. So like I did a little talk there, and that was nice. And now I'm going to work with them on Long Division this year, and there's a lot more of that going on. Which, because I guess originally I just saw it through the lens of music. You know, I was just interested in the music, and perhaps even small in that it was kind of philophobia stuff, because that was the stuff that I liked. You know, to really try to broaden my vision of what's going on in Waking. The diversity of the stuff that's happening. We've just done this month. We've done 4 warm-up gigs, and people from Wakefield who've not played the festival before could apply, and we've put 4 gigs on. And the range of stuff that's happening in Wakefield is amazing. You know, I personally might not like everything that's on there, but it's much broader than people think. You know, and Long Division now, as it grows, it needs to reflect not just what the artists are doing, but all these other kind of organisations as well, you know. So it's exciting. It's cool to work in partnership with people. It's how you learn stuff, you know. And Wakefield generally is just like it's on the up. You know, we might HMV over just across the road. They might have just closed, and we don't have a music shop anymore. But you know, it's very DIY. I just thought DIY was just like something the zines would do, but actually DIY can have, you know, a man in a suit can be doing DIY. It's not just zine people. There's a lot of it in Wakefield because we've not had a choice.